Once again, a very good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Neha Dubey, faculty in the Department of Management, SIRT, Bhopal. Today, I am welcoming you once again in the second part of my lecture of business economics. In previous lecture, we have studied what is economics, what is the meaning of economic study, what kind of methods are there, that is a deductive and inductive methods, the introduction and the meaning of the deductive and inductive methods, and the history of a deductive method. In this lecture, we will start and understand what is the process or the methods involved in deductive method, and now what are the merits and demerits. So first of all, the process of deductive method, as we know, that is we have started it from a very wide aspect or spectrum, and identified and resolve it and conclude it towards the specific solution. So the process is going on in selecting the problem. First of all, we need to identify the problem. Then we need to identify the formulations of assumptions. On that assumptions basis, we will start it and prepare the hypothesis and start our research so that we can conclude it in our specific solutions. In third stage, the formulation of hypothesis, where we have to establish the relationship between the variables, and we have to prove it on the basis of the data availability. And in a last step, the verifying the hypothesis means the whether if we have considered any kind of a relationship or significant relationship or no relationship between the variable or the causing variable. So we need to identify in this, and on that basis, we are able to conclude the generalized problem in a particular solution. Now, what are the merits of deductive study? There are some merits which is noted down here. That is the logical rigor, theoretical clarity, predictive power, and efficiency. Now we will discuss one by one. What is it? Logical rigor means it ensures the logical consistencies between the assumptions and conclusion. Because if there is a no relationship or there is a no proper set of rules and regulations for the deciding the assumption, so we are not able to conclude it or the verify our hypothesis. Theoretical clarity, it helps in developing the clear and the precise economic theories and the models. Predictive power, by starting from the general principles, it can be used to predict the economic outcomes under the various scenarios. Efficiency, it can be less resource intensive than the inductive methods, and it doesn't always require the vast amount of empirical data initially. So this is the merits of, these are the merits of deductive study. Of course, if any process or any method having a pros, so definitely the other side is a cons, that is the demerits of the deductive study. First one is an unrealistic assumption, not universally applicable, incorrect verification, abstract method, or the static method. So unrealistic assumption is what? The validity of the conclusion heavily depends on the realism of the initial assumptions. And if the conclusion may not hold true, hold true in the real world, the lack of, so definitely if assumptions are too simplified or the unrealistic, the conclusion may not hold true in the real world. So this study is totally based on the assumptions. When choosing the certain problem, so we need to identify the assumptions, and then we have to work on to resolve that problem into the specific solutions. Now, lack of the empirical verification. Theories derived deductively still need to be tested against real-world data, or otherwise they remain just a theoretical constructs. Oversimplifications, that is the need for the clear assumptions, can lead to the model that overly simplify complex economic realities, potential missing important nuances. Risk of abstractness. It can sometimes lead to highly abstract theories and that are difficult to apply to the practical policy challenges. So with this, we are concluding it, and in next lecture, we will meet you with the another type, that is the inductive method of economic study. So till then, have a nice day and thank you.